welcome to The Fix, and today we're going to do a service on this Audi A6 2005 model. It's a V6 3.2 FSI engine. We're not going to change the plugs because they've been done not long ago, so we're just going to change the air filter, oil filter and oil, and plus the cabin filter. Yeah, first of all I'm going to jack up the car so we could get underneath and drain the oil out. I'm going to just put this axle stand in there. Okay, that's done. First of all, I've got to take these screws off like that. They just unhook, and there's one over here at the front of the car, and then we've got to do this one. We've got to take this undercarriage off to get to the sump so we could drain the oil. That one off, and there's a few missing as well, so I'll just undo which ones are on there. So this, this one, this one, and over here. I think this last one here. There's usually some on the inner arch of the wheel there, but they're missing as well. So I think there's one left on that side. There's one in the middle here. Looks like this car's got an oil leak as well, by the looks of it. If you see over there, all the oil everywhere. That's it. I'm just going to put the oil drain tray underneath, and I think it's 17. It's usually either a 17 or 19. Take these with me. Right, here's the sump plug here, and I'm just going to put a 19mm socket on it and undo it. It's then a bit tight. Here's letting the oil drain out now. I'm going to take off the oil cap, the filler lid, because it lets the air through and then all the oil comes out quickly. I'm not going to have to let the car down because the oil drain plug is on that side, so it's actually tilted towards that, so most of the oil, all of it would come out. Yeah, the oil filter is under here, but as you can see that's cracked anyway, so let me just pull that off. And somebody's glued it in before, so pull that off. There's the oil filter. We're going to take that off now. Right, I'm going to use my oil filter sockets. These are actually shallow sockets, therefore oil filters, because in some cars when you've got to get underneath behind it, there's no room to put long sockets under. These are shallow, and this one takes 36mm. filter. Just keep it there a few seconds so the oil drains down onto the housing. Okay, put the oil filter here, that there for a second, and the seals. So what I usually do, open that up, put this in the bottom of the box, the plastic, and then put the oil filter in there and pull it off. There for a minute, and I could just throw this away. Okay, now I've got to change the sealant rings. There's one in there, just prise it out like that. Okay, I'm just gonna unseal there, and the new one with this tab sticking upwards, just put that in there. Alright, and that one's in. And then get the filter and push it in there, like that, it clicks in. And we've got another seal on here, just over here on the top. Pull that one off and put this one on. That's it, that's in place now. Okay, now I'm going to just screw the filter back in. Just lift it up a little bit. That's it, that's done up. Okay, now I'm going to put the sump bolt back in, the sump plug. I didn't have to change the sealing washer because that's in good condition, there's nothing wrong with it, that sealing washer there. See, this is stiff going in and out, so I'll just use the ratchet on it. Okay, that's snipped up now. Right, now I'm going to put this under tray back on. So that slides in there and it slides in under there. So what I'll do, just to keep it in there, I'll put one of these screws in. Make sure you get it in on the bumper in as well, like that. Instead of that one, I think I'll try to put one of these back ones in there. Yep, that's in. What was. That's in place. So this screws in, so that's tightened up. Now we'll try and stick this. one last one goes in the middle here. Yeah, now it's going in because it's located in its right place. So now our undercarriage is on. I'm going to take the car off the axle stand now. Put this back on the road. Right, now I've got to just change the air filter and the pollen filter. Right, I'm going to change the air filter now, which is in here. Looks like all these clips are off from before. That's not in its proper place. So I'm going to undo this with a 7mm socket, the Jubilee clip. And it's better to undo it from there as well, because it's not very flexible, this. So let's take that off and clip that. Take that off like that. Clip these, and now I'm going to undo these 2 Phillips screws to take off this. That's out the way now, so we get easier access to take that off. Now let's pull this box off, and there's the air filter inside. Okay, now the air filter's here, but it's held on by these 2 screws, these Phillips screws, so we've got to undo them. Okay, and now I'm going to undo this clip over here. Just pull this out here. Pull our air filter out, and one. You can see it comes with the seal. Yeah, this seal goes in here. It's gone in now. And then the air filter goes in there. These 2 screw locators go in there and there. So if we put this in, that's it, that's all the way in. And then we could screw it back in. That's it. Now I'm going to put the screw on this side. Okay, that's done now, both the screws are in. Right, now I'm going to put this back on. So this goes on over here. It's got, see that locating round tab there, so you just put that in. moment it's not going in, so I'm just going to spray a bit of brake cleaner on it. That just lubricates it a bit and it should slide straight in. Yep, that's it. Slid in now. Clip that up. And this side, and that's done. Ready to go back on. I'm going to put a bit of brake cleaner on that seal because that goes on in there. And also these three tabs have to go through them holes down there. So we just get this down like that. This one is a bit fiddly to do. As you can see, got to make them. Yep, them tabs. If you can see, they've gone in there into the slots, and then you just push that one back in, and you just clip it up now. That's clipped up. That's ready. And there's a clip in there. That's in as well. And the next thing to do is to put the pipes back through there, and then I'm going to put this bellows back on and on. And put it on this side. That's back on, and then I've just got to nip them both up. First we'll nip up this one, Jubilee clip, and this one. Okay, that's done. Slide the pipe there and there. That's all in place. Okay, I'm going to put this gut back on. So if I think if I just put that in there, slot this into there that way. This has come off, but it's not a problem. You just slot that back in like that. It's all into place. Yeah, now it is. And then put the two screws back in here. And up there, the screw. It's in place, and last of all, I'll put the next screw in. The last one. That's in. That's all in properly now. Our air filter has been fitted. I'm going to fill the oil up now. This takes 6.5 litres, 6.5 litres of oil. Remember to always check and put in the manufacturer's specific oil in the car, the manufacturer's grade of oil. That's very important. So I'm using 5W30 in this car, so, and it takes 6.5 litres, so we're going to put this 5 litres in first. If I just let the dipstick out of the car as well. Got to be careful filling this because it overspills really quickly. Okay. Right, now I've just got to pour in 1.5 litres more from this can. Actually getting the oil in is a bit of a pain on this car because it keeps overflowing from the top there. So you've got to just pour it in slowly and have patience with it. The 1.5 litres is in now, so now I'm going to just put the lid back on with a little wipe. Just check. Okay, yeah, The oil is perfect when it's there. It's a little bit over, but that doesn't matter because it's going to go through the filter, then it'll come back down to that point, which is right. Then what you've got to do now is just start up the car for a few minutes and then check the oil stick again. I'm going to start up the car now. We're just going to leave it running for a few minutes. I've switched the car off, I've left it for a few minutes. Now we're going to check the oil again. If I just do that, clean it. Yep, as you can see, it's right on the mark now, which is perfect. I'm just going to click these covers back on, even though it's cracked, it still needs to go back on. If we just click that there and this one, like so, that's done. Now, that's finished. I've noticed that the coolant is a bit low in this car. You can see the maximum mark is there, it's below there. So I'm just going to top up the coolant. Okay, now that's up to the maximum mark. Coolant has been topped up also. Now we could close the bonnet because all our work under the bonnet is finished. I think the pollen filter, the cabin filter, is under here, so I'm going to undo these torque screws under here. Two, three, there's another one here, four, I think if I unclip this panel off, now that just unclips. Okay, looks like this is connected to the glove box, so there's a bolt under there. I've got to undo that, and there's one on this side as well. Yeah, just there. So I've got to take them off. Okay, undo these two 8mm bolts. So one, and one on this side. I think the whole thing's got to come off. There's a button in here, you press that and it opens up the glove box. Look, it's electronic release, and I think we've got two bolts in here to undo. Yeah, there's a CD changer unit in here as well, and also I think there's another nut here, yeah, in the middle. Right, that's come away now, so if we just lay that down here, I'm going to have to disconnect this glove box completely. So if I unplug this plug from here, and there's another one let's just see them. I've unplugged that from there, and this one from over here, and we've got one more here. This one's a bit stuck. Okay, and this one's a bit stuck, so if I stick the screwdriver in there, that's out. So I'm going to move this out of the way to get access to it. The cabin filters are actually here, behind here. If you could see this panel, I'm going to have to take this panel off. So it's got a clip under here, you just pull it, it comes out like that. That's out now. Now we could pull this pollen filter out. I think I'll have to get a screwdriver in there. So I'll pull this out of here. Remember, we've taken it out this way, so we've got to look at the flow. See, the flow arrow is pointing towards the back of the car, so that's how we're going to have to put the other one back in. Actually, two pollen filters in the box, so if we look in there, I think the other one's on the top, so let me try and pull it down. Yep, that's where it is. Slide that one down, and then I think I'll use a screwdriver on it. Actually pull it out a bit. Back up there. Alright, now I've managed to pull it out. Okay, that one is with the airflow to the back. So if I slide this one in, and that's in there. Now we've got to push it in all the way in and slide it up like that, so it goes to the top. Yep, that's gone in now to the top. We've pushed it up. Now we've got to get the other one straight in. Remember, it's going to go in the same way as well. The arrow's facing to the back of the car, and we should be able to just slide this one in as well. That's it, that's in. Bit tricky doing these because one on top of the other. That's it, that's in now. Now I could clip the cover back on. This, remember, this goes in there, right, and then you just push the bottom and it clips in. That's done now. Now we could put all the panel back on. Time to put the glove box back in. So if we plug these plugs back in, one goes in here. Let me see if that's, yeah, that plug goes in there, and this one goes in there, and then we got the other one that clips in here, and then we can just put the glove box back in like that. If I press the button to open it, that's open. And now we could put the bolts back on. And then I've just got to clip this cover back in, which is clipped in like so, and it's done. This side is finished now. Now that we've finished the service on this Audi A6, and if you enjoyed the video and you already haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel and also click the bell icon so you could get all the future videos of the fix. And remember, don't jinx it, fix it. Thank you.